Here on the Pirate Media Network, we're live at Pirate Park as we're getting underway for Game 2 here this afternoon. First pitch to Connor Hill out of the hands of Jimmy Boyd, misses inside for a ball. And Connor Hill leading off for the Kosciusko Whippets as they take on the Pearl Pirates here this afternoon in the second of our doubleheader. The Pirates lost to the Ridgeland Titans by a score of 4-3 in Game 1. Now taking on the Whippets from Kosciusko. Kosciusko coming into the game with a record of 8-5, 3-0 in their region play. That pitch in for a call strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Batting order for the Whippets. Connor Hill leading off. He'll be playing shortstop. Wesley Dew, the catcher, batting second. Logan Bell at second base, batting third. The first 3 in the order facing Jimmy Boyd on the mound for the Pirates. Now the 1-2 pitch, grounded to the left side. That's going to be in the gap for a base hit into shallow left field. Connor Hill leads off with a single. Set the defense for you for the Pearl Pirates. First in the outfield. In left field is Dalton Solis. Center fielder Zach Carter. Right fielders Parker Thurman. Around the infield has Paxton Bounds at third. Alex Hutton playing shortstop. Nick Lawrence at second base. They swapped from Game 1. Dalton Sullivan at first. And behind the plate in this game is Kenny Thomas. First pitch to Wesley Dew, in for a call strike. Behind the plate, I mentioned that Kenny Thomas getting the start as the catcher in this ball game. And on the mound for the Pirates is Jimmy Boyd. Wesley Dew hitting .448 for the season for the Kosciusko Whippets. Takes that pitch as he showed bunt up for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
We saw Jimmy Boyd 1 inning in the last game. He'll get the start here against Kosciusko.
Now the 1-1 pitch showing bunt, pulls back and takes a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Boyd, as you said, closed out the last game against Ridgelands. He came in late. Boyd in that game went 1 inning. Ground ball to the right side. Lawrence is going to pick it up, throw to second, little high, and it's going to be safe at second base. And that's going to be a fielder's choice error by Nick Lawrence, an error to begin the ball game for the Pirates. Threw it a little too high. He should have been able to get that out.
Coming to the plate now for Kosciusko, second baseman number 4, Logan Bell.
And that'll bring Logan Bell, second baseman, to the plate. He shows bunt, misses it. It'll be ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count. He did pull his bat just in time. Jimmy Boyd in that last game threw 21 pitches, 11 for strikes. No hits, no runs charged to Jimmy. He did hit 1 batter. Now coach from Kosciusko wants to have a word with his hitter, so he calls time. Coach Jonathan Jones for the Whippets.
DP, why do you think they switched the middle infielders? What would possess I just wondered.
They looked solid in the first game.
Yeah.
And that's bunted foul. And he's lucky he was still in the box when it hit him, or it would have been an out. You know, I don't know, because they looked solid in the first game. And a lot of people, of course, in the high school, you see it done more often than you later on in a career.
Right.
But especially you get to college, especially the majors, they talk about the big difference in playing second and short, the different sides of the infield, the direction you're going, the way you're playing. There's a bunt towards the first base line. It's going to be picked up. They're going to throw to third in time. Good job by Dalton Sullivan throwing to Paxton Bounds to get that lead runner. Be another fielder's choice. And Connor Hill will be forced out at third base. Dew goes down to second base. Now there's 1 out. Runner still at first and second. DH Nicholas Frank steps into the batter's box. First pitch swinging, hits it into shallow right center field for a base hit. Carter misses the ball as he went to pick it up. The runner's going to round third, and here coming to the plate is going to score. And they're going to question why he didn't slide. Of course, he thought he's going to be in there without a play, and he runs into Kenny Thomas. It's going to be a single on the hit. Dew would have gone to third. There's going to be an error charged against Zach Carter. That's what allowed the runner to score. Carter just missed it as he went to pick it up. And both of the other two runners advanced on that play.
First baseman number 11, Ben.
So now you've got runners at second and third. Second error committed by the Pirates here in the top of the first inning. Popped up high in the air behind home plate. It's going to get back here out of play. No balls, one strike to count. Left-handed hitting Ben Hudson at the plate. Takes that pitch high for a ball.
Pirates have to shake off that loss. Played solid most of the game in game one against Original. Just kind of fell apart there in the last inning.
0-1 pitch in for a strike. One ball, two strikes to count to Ben Hudson. Way outside for a ball, two balls, and the runner's going to try to score on a wild pitch and is out. Good play by Kenny Thomas and Jimmy Boyd as Bell is going to be thrown out trying to score. Good job by Boyd to cover the spot. Good job by Kenny Thomas to get back to the ball quickly and get it to him.
Thomas did a good job there. He's kind of slipped on the wet grass.
Ground ball to the left side. Hutton picks it up at shortstop. Plants throws. It's going to be too late. It's going to be a base hit. Took Alex way too long to get rid of the ball. He took it on the hop, but he took an extra little hop before he made the throw. It's going to be a base hit. A run will score. That's a big difference in second and short. At second, you can take that extra step, get a grip, but at short, you got to throw it.
You got to throw it. And you notice
on a slow chopper.
So far, both of these guys, it's like the adjustment, going from one game to the next, back to back. Kind of dealing with that a little bit.
Tim Wade steps into the batter's box, takes the first pitch for a ball high. One ball, no strikes to count. That one misses low and away, ball two. Wade hitting .267 on the season. Throw over to first, runners back in safely. Up and in, ball three. 3 balls, no strikes to count. And you get to a point in a pitcher that's done a decent job, but when you get mistakes behind you, it gets in your head.
It gets in your head, and you feel like you got to make every pitch perfect.
4-pitch walk to Tim Wade. That puts runners at first and second with 2 outs for Dylan Gentry, third baseman. Another left-handed hitter for the Whippets.
Now batting third baseman number 1, Dylan Gentry.
Swings and misses, fouls off the first pitch. Now the 0-1 pitch. Boyd looking back at second, now delivers. High for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Boyd turns and bluffs the throw back to second. Hudson retreats to the bag. Hudson has 4 stolen bases on 5 attempts. He's down at second base dancing around. Now the pitch with Hutton way out of position. Had the batter decided to swing at a pitch, Alex was circling towards second base. And had that pitch been in the zone and Gentry swung at it, there was nobody playing shortstop at that spot. Again, out of position as the pitch comes in. Pitch misses for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Alex likes to try to dance around and try to get in that runner's head, but if he's not careful, if his pitcher pitches, he's out of position. And your first rule is to play your position. There's a pitch, misses high for a ball. Second consecutive walk by Jimmy Boyd.
That'll load him up.
And that loads the bases for Brody 3, the catcher.
Stepping to the plate now for the Whippets, number 16 pitcher.
Hudson at third, Wade at second, Gentry at first. Two runs have already crossed the plate on 3 hits and 2 errors by the Pirates here in the top of the first inning against the Kosciusko Whippets. Now the first pitch, low and away for a ball. Wild pitch gets away from the catcher, Kenny Thomas, and a run's going to score easily on that one. And the other two runners will advance. It's the second wild pitch of the inning. Jimmy's now at 27 pitches here in the top of the first. 13 strikes, 14 balls. The probably in the mind of the coaches, scheduled starting pitcher for this game was probably going to be Zach Prince. Unfortunately, in the game against Ridgeland, Zach was ejected from the game, and when you're ejected, MHSA rule, you have to sit out, I know, at least one game. 2-0 pitch popped up high in the air, right side. Backing up is second baseman Nick Lawrence. He gets under it and will make the catch to record the third and final out. But not before the Whippets scored 3 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 errors, 2 men left on base. We've played a half inning. Pearl trails 3-0. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
The Mississippi Braves. Mississippi Braves 2013 baseball season is right around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office to reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun. Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. We're going to the bottom of the first. Pearl trailing by a score of 3-0 to the Kosciusko Whippets. Defensively for Kosciusko, in left field is Peyton Overstreet, center fielder Austin Parker, and in right field is Tim Wade. Round the infield at third base, Dylan Gentry, shortstop Connor Hill, second baseman Logan Bell. At first base is Ben Hudson. Behind the plate is Wesley Dew. And on the mound is Brody Threet. We'll give you some stats on Brody Threet. 3.71 ERA, a 1-1 record. Appeared in 4 games, all 4 starts, 17 innings. Given up 16 hits, 16 runs, 9 of those earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 13. Teams are hitting .229 against him. And batting order for the Pirates, he'll face Zach Carter, Alex Hutton, Parker Thurman, and then Dalton Solis batting 4th if one of those should reach. Carter hitting .367 on the season. Had a triple to lead off the game against Ridgeland here in Game 1 this afternoon. Hits this ball hard to left center field. Left fielder moving over, and will get there and make the play to record the out. And that'll bring Alex Hutton to the plate. Alex got 1 hit in 3 trips to the plate in the first game this afternoon. Now the first pitch to Alex. Misses low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0 pitch. In the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Chop foul at the plate. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Alex hitting .190, but leads the team in RBI with 5. Now the 2-1 pitch. Grounded to the left side. Third baseman fields it on the hop. Plants makes a strong throw across the diamond to record the out. And that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and Parker Thurman will be the hitter for the Pirates.
Parker played in every outfield position in the last game.
He did, didn't he?
He did. Started in center, went to right, then finished in left.
So I guess when you say a guy covers the outfield pretty well, that
I would say that is true.
Now the 1-0 pitch as that one came in high to Parker. Takes that one at the knees for a call strike. Parker started the game in center with Zach Carter on the mound. Zach's normal position is center field, so when he went off the mound, he went to center. Parker moved to right. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swings and foul tips it. Then when Zach Prince was ejected from the game, had to bring a catcher in. Well, the only other catcher you have, Kenny Thomas, who's catching this game, had already played an inning at second base.
Right.
Couldn't put him back in the game. He'd already been taken out. Was Dalton Solis, who was playing left field. So rather than put in Oren Myrick into left, decided to put him into right. Soft line drive over the head of the shortstop for a base hit. Parker gets a 2-out single. And that'll bring Dalton Solis to the plate. But so instead of doing that, they put Oren Myrick in right field. Move Parker to left field. So there you go. He covered all three positions in the outfield.
Covered all three outfield positions.
Now Dalton Solis hitting .250 on the season, steps to the batter's box. Parker with a pretty good lead down at first base. Solis takes the first pitch for a call strike. Parker has 2 stolen base attempts, and he's been successful both times so far this season. Now the 0-1 pitch. In for a little high, actually, for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Pirates' next game will be Tuesday as we'll travel to Brookhaven to take on the Panthers of Brookhaven High School. Now the 1-1 pitch. A throw over to first. Parker dives back in. Scheduled to be a JV varsity doubleheader. JV starting at 5, varsity at 7. There's some question how many JV games we may play this year with the loss of a number of players. We're down to 19 on the roster and waiting to be determined exactly how many we'll do. Ground ball foul down the third baseline, went right over the bag. It hit short of the bag in fair territory, but then it's bouncing and depends on where it is when it crosses the bag. Home plate umpire jumps out, looks down the line, immediately calls it foul as it went across the bag. So Solis now with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Now Threets throws over to first once again. Had Parker leaning a little bit the wrong direction, but Parker able to dive back in ahead of it just in time. Now the 1-2 delivery. Parker goes. Call, strike 3, and that'll end it. Doesn't matter about the running because he was struck out looking. That'll end the inning. Pirates will get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We played 1. Pearl lead trails 3-0. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine in or carry out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
The Mississippi Braves.
Mississippi Braves 2013 baseball season is right around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office and reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball. Going to the top of the second for the Whippets of Kosciusko, leading Pearl 3-0. It'll be Austin Parker, Connor Hill, Wesley Dew as they face Jimmy Boyd.
Now, what is a whippet?
It's a dog.
Really?
Isn't that right? I think I'm right on that. It's a type of dog.
Okay.
Base hit into right center field. Once again, Carter has trouble picking the ball up. Of course, it's wet out there, and we talked about that in the pregame, but he knew that. That's twice he's had trouble picking up. This time it didn't hurt him. But that is the leadoff single, and that'll bring Connor Hill to the plate. Throw over to keep the runner close. He was getting a pretty good lead. Another pretty good lead for Parker, and he's going to go on the pitch. It's going to be bunted towards third base. Picked up by Paxton Bounds. The only throw is to first. It'll be a sack bunt. It goes from 5-3. And another good play by Paxton Bounds on the sacrifice bunt.
I'm really impressed with Bounds, playing really well. Played really well in the first game so far, good in this game. You know, I know he's young, but he's really stepping up and looking like a good third baseman.
Now Wesley Dew steps in. Reached on a fielder's choice his first at bat. Takes that pitch high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Our resident dog expert here in the booth, Eric McNair, says the Whippet is a racing dog.
A racing
He probably
dog.
watches the Westminster Dog
you
Show
know what?
on NBC, I bet you.
He could probably judge the dog show.
Now the 2-0 pitch hit sharply up the middle for a base hit into center field. Carter again has trouble picking up the ball. This one is going to be a base hit with an RBI single as Parker was heading towards home all the way on that one. And it's 4-0. Whippets over the Pirates here in the top of the second inning now.
Courtesy runner in now, first base for Kosciusko for the catcher. Number 5, Kelvin Riley.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 5, Kelvin Riley for the catcher. That brings Logan Bell to the plate. First pitch outside for a ball.
Now, DP, Kosciusko, they are a 4A school, 3A school, 4A school.
I believe they're 4A now.
Okay.
Pretty good baseball program. Now the 1-0 pitch, foul back. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. And next week will be a busy week for the Pirates. Again, we'll go to Brandon on Tuesday. Brookhaven on Tuesday.
Brookhaven on Tuesday.
Brookhaven comes here on Thursday. And then we play at Brandon against Quitman on Saturday morning. Now the 1-1 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is outside for a ball. It'll be an uncontested stolen base for Riley. His 7th of the season on 10 attempts.
At Brandon against Quitman, correct?
At Brandon against Quitman, right.
Got it.
And that game scheduled for an 11 o'clock first pitch. And that was done for the fact that Mississippi Braves were playing the Atlanta Braves playing the future Brave Stars. And they wanted to give the local people a chance to get there in time for that game that might have tickets. Popped up, foul out of play. Count goes 2-2. Of course, you will be doing the play-by-play duties for that game. We're working on a color commentator for you for that game. But
I will
be already at Trustmark Park by the time your first pitch starts. I'll have to keep up with it on the internet.
That's right.
Throwback, or actually a bluff throwback as Riley retreats to the bag. Runner goes, 2-2 pitch, poked foul. And that's one of those, he may have had a hit and run on it. May have been close enough to the zone. He was just trying to fight it off. But in retrospect, if he hadn't swung it, they had a runner at third base.
Yes.
Because Riley got a big lead. He got some wheels, too. He's motoring down there. Now the 2-2 pitch. Chop towards the right side. It's going to be a tough play for Lawrence. He's going to pick it up, toss it, and just in time. Almost tossed that too easy. You got to be careful with that. You don't want to, hurt your first baseman, but you got to get it there quick enough. Nicholas Frank checks to the batter's box.
He rolled. It came and just kind of a little lob over there.
First pitch to Frank. Just misses low and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Inside ball 2. We're in the top of the second inning, 4-0 to score. Fouled off right side out of play. 2 outs.
Now, when do the Mississippi Braves, when does their real season start?
April 4th.
Okay.
Thursday night. They'll open up the 2013 season, 9th season here at Trustmark Park. High fly ball, shallow center field. Carter's coming in. He'll get under it, make the catch, and record the out. The Whippets will get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We played 1.5. Pearl trails 4-0. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
It's easy to have concerns about your cooling and heating system in the middle of summer, especially when you live in the Deep South. My friends at Hermetic Rush Services recommend you let them take away these worries when you call Hermetic Rush Services at 601-932-7874 for all your residential and commercial cooling and heating needs. You'll feel smarter from the shoulders up and a whole lot more comfortable head to toe. Hermetic Rush Services, where Rush is our middle name. Call them today, 601-932-7874.
DeSalvo's is a fun place where friends become family. DeSalvo's, delicious Italian food.
DeSalvo's Ristorante Italiano. Try DeSalvo's for dinner tonight. With portions so big, you'll be eating DeSalvo's again for lunch tomorrow. You'll never go hungry at DeSalvo's. DeSalvo's, Highway 80 East at College Crossing in Pearl. DeSalvo's Ristorante Italiano. Delicious Italian food.
Go to the bottom of the second inning with Pearl trailing Kosciusko by a score of 4-0. For the Pirates, it'll be Paxton Bounds, Nick Lawrence, Kenny Thomas, first 3 in the order. They'll be followed by Dalton Sullivan should one of those reach. As they go up against Brody Threet for the Kosciusko Whippets. Bounds, young third baseman that we've seen for the Pirates, really looking solid. Again, defensively, I've been really impressed by some of these kids getting a chance to come out and not having to prove themselves early on. And really making some good plays. Nick Lawrence and Paxton Bounds and Dalton Sullivan, really 3 key ones that I'm thinking about. Chop towards the third base side. Third baseman picks it up. Tough throw, but makes it in time with a good stretch by his first baseman, Hudson, to get the out. The one thing that's going to be a little slower coming around in the defensive side is at the plate.
Is it? Yeah, definitely.
And that's the harder part of the two, is to hit the ball. That's why they talk about in college and the majors, fielders are a dime a dozen.
That's right.
Hitters is what get drafted.
That's right.
Second baseman Nick Lawrence steps into the batter's box. Because you look around at the majors especially, I mean, you'll see fielders can be interchangeable.
It's true.
What they'll draft for, what they'll trade for is who can hit, who can produce at the plate. Of course, we talked about that a lot this past offseason with the Atlanta Braves and trading Bourne and getting Upton and then getting another Upton. and they didn't get rid of Bourne because he couldn't, field. He's a great center fielder. What they wanted, in fact, of course, they had him in a prototypical leadoff hitter. And they do get rid of him and pick up a couple of Uptons because what they wanted was home run power.
That's right.
And Bourne wasn't going to give you that. Now the 2-0 pitch. Hit well left center. Actually popped up left side. Third baseman, shortstop retreating. Great play by Gentry, the third baseman, literally over his head, reaching up with his glove to catch that little soft foul out. When it first left the bat, I thought it might have been a little bit harder, but he kind of fisted it out there. And now that'll bring Kenny Thomas to the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Getting the start at catcher in this game this afternoon. Swings and misses at a fastball up and away the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike to count. No balls, 2 strikes. He got a up and away fastball that he missed, and then they got a breaking ball down and in that he looked at. He got to get a good job mixing them up. His 3.
You talk about the hitting piece being so difficult.
A late swing at a ball in the dirt. Catcher's going to pick it up and throw him out, or did he say he got a piece of it? I think he said he
fouled it off. I think, yeah.
He gave the sign as safe as though it was dropped and that he would have a chance to run it out, not dead ball, foul. So it's kind of interesting that the umpire gave that signal. So it's 0-2 count still to Kenny Thomas. That one's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Now the 1-2 pitch. Line foul down the third base line. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. It was a real late swing on that other one, and I thought he'd give up on it. The last 8 shots to swing and in the dirt. Now the 1-2 pitch. There's a call, strike 3. Kenny goes down on strikes, and that'll end the inning for the Pirates. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played 2. Pearl trails 4-0. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine-in or carry-out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball. We're going to the top of the 3rd inning. Pearl trailing Kosciusko by a score of 4-0. The Whippets put up 3 runs in the top of the 1st, 1 more in the top of the 2nd. They scored their 4 runs on 5 hits. The Pirates have committed 2 errors. The Pirates no runs on 1 hit. As we now go to the top of the 3rd, Jimmy Boyd on the mound for the Pirates. Jimmy finished the game against Ridgeland through 21 pitches, and now getting the start here in this game.
Now, how many? He can pitch the whole game today, right?
Yeah.
He could pitch this entire game.
He can.
Okay.
There's an inning limit, but only throwing 1 inning, he's nowhere near that.
Okay.
Ben Hudson, left-hand hitting first baseman, steps up to lead off the inning for the Whippets. Takes the first pitch for a call strike. Hudson singled his last at bat. Takes that one low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Little cloud starting to roll back in out of the west. There's supposed to be some weather moving in this afternoon. That pitch misses for a ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Now the 2-2 pitch. Hit high into the air on the infield in foul territory. Thomas retreating back to the wall, and it lands on our roof. As a foul ball. I noticed the wind has shifted a little bit too as I look at the flagpole in center field. Now the 2-2 pitch from Boyd. Up and away for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count.
Thunderstorms likely coming in. Hopefully we'll be able to get this game in.
Up and away for ball 4. Hudson, a leadoff walk here in the top of the 3rd inning. That'll bring right fielder Tim Wade to the plate. Yeah, the wind has shifted a little bit from the northeast to east. It's going to shift a little bit here as we go through this front coming in this afternoon. Nothing showing up much on the radar yet, but it's supposed to be some stuff popping up later this afternoon. We'll see how that works out. That pitch misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
I think we'll be able to get this game in. But those people planning to go to the parade tonight, you may run into some weather.
Soft hit bloop, and caught by Nick Lawrence in behind the bag at second base. On the little soft pop-up, runner Hudson stays at first. That'll bring Dylan Gentry to the plate. A lot of stuff forming up out to the west and moving around, and said the parade could be iffy this afternoon. We'll just have to see what happens with that as it goes through the day. Runner goes, popped up once again on the infield. Jimmy Boyd says, I've got it. He's near the foul line and does make the catch to record the out. Good play. I would have liked to have seen Paxton Bounds come in and if not call him off, at least be standing close. But good play by Jimmy. Of course, he's an infielder when he's not pitching, so Jimmy knows how to catch a pop-up. And he was far enough off the mound, you don't have to worry about getting tripped up on the bump of the pitcher's mound.
Right.
Now Brody Threet, the pitcher steps up, or catcher steps up. Excuse me, that's right, pitcher. Popped up to second base, his first at bat. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. Pitch missed low for ball and a delayed steal. And Kenny Thomas late decides to go ahead and throw it. Kind of a ill-advised throw on that one, but Hudson will get the stolen base anyway. Threw it a little high. Luckily, Hutton was able to tip it and knock it down, keep the runner from advancing.
It's one of those he probably should have just held on to.
I don't think Kenny even saw him going.
I don't think he did either.
2-0 pitch at the knees for a call strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Now the 2-1 pitch, hit high into the air, left side, going back for it is left fielder Solis. He'll stop, make the catch, and record the out. Good job there because he took off running for it, got to a spot, turned around, made the catch, recorded the out. And we've played 2.5. The Pirates trail 4-0. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
Pearl Stamp and Sign is now Sign Mart. Our name has changed, but not our great service. For over 20 years, we have been your #1 hometown retailer in custom stamps, signage, and marketing products. Now we are growing and want to take you with us. Whether you have an event, starting a new business, or wish to expand your existing business, Sign Mart is committed to helping you meet your design and marketing needs. Come see the friendly staff at Sign Mart on Pearson Road in Pearl and make your mark in the business world.
It's easy to have concerns about your cooling and heating system in the middle of summer, especially when you live in the Deep South. My friends at Hermetic Rush Services recommend you let them take away these worries when you call Hermetic Rush Services at 601-932-7874 for all your residential and commercial cooling and heating needs. You'll feel smarter from the shoulders up and a whole lot more comfortable head to toe. Hermetic Rush Services, where Rush is our middle name. Call them today, 601-932-7874.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pearl trailing 4-0. For the Pirates, it'll be Dalton Sullivan, Phelan Smith, and then top of the order, Zach Carter and Alex Hutton. Scheduled hitters facing Brody Threet.
At the plate for the Pirates, number 26.
Pirates still trying to get through the batting order for the first time here this afternoon. Only had 1 base runner. It was Parker Thurman back in the 1st inning. Got a 2-out single and then was stranded there when Dalton Solis struck out. First pitch to Sullivan, in for a call strike. 2 strikeouts thus far. Has given up that 1 hit to Parker. Now the 0-1 pitch. Well up and in on a breaking ball. He just turned and fouled it into the bullpen area. It's almost one, if he doesn't swing at it, it might have hit him.
Yeah, he really might have.
Now the 0-2 pitch to Dalton Sullivan. Grounds this one down the third base line, off the glove of the third baseman. Dalton Sullivan's going to round first, heading for second. Here comes a throw from the left fielder, and he's going to be safe. We're going to give him a double on that one. It was one as tough play by the third baseman, getting down to the bag quickly, and we're going to give Dalton Sullivan a double down the third base line. And that'll bring Phelan Smith to the plate. designated hitter in this ball game.
Pirates, the designated hitter, number 24, Phelan Smith.
Now Sullivan with his lead at second. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. No balls, one strike to count. Now the 0-1 pitch. Lines sharply towards third baseman. He's able to pick it up, knock it down. That's going to be another base hit. He did all he could to get that one and just knock it down. He had no play to get Phelan at first base. He did knock it down. That kept Sullivan where he was at second. So back-to-back singles for the Pirates here to lead off, or double and a single to lead off the third inning. Now top of the order, Zach Carter coming to the plate.
He did a good job there keeping that ball in front of him, using his body to block it and keep the runner at second base.
Now Carter, who flew out to left his first at bat. Shows bunt, fouls it off. No balls, one strike to count. Smith with pretty good speed at first base. Sullivan standing down at second base. Big, long, so he's not real quick, but if he gets wound up and going, takes some big strides. First baseman looking for bunt, inching his way in. Carter's going to swing away at a pitch inside. He watches it go by, but had that bat ready to go, and that's, you know, when you're a corner infielder and the batter doesn't square around like you think. Yeah.
You got to watch out for those.
Hudson not coming in quite as quick this time, but he's still inching his way in, looking for the bunt. Carter not showing bunt, swinging away. Shortstop's going to glove it, throw to second for one, relay to first, not in time. It'll be a fielder's choice for Zach Carter. Sullivan will advance to third on the play. Phelan Smith will be forced out at second. And Carter will be standing at first base with one out now and runners at first and third for Alex Hutton. Alex grounded out to the third baseman his first at bat. Carter with his lead at first. See what Coach Barnett dials up with runners at first and third. Carter's going, swung on, right side. Second baseman's not going to be able to make the play. Hutton will be safe. A run will score. That's going to be an error on the second baseman. He just took his eye off the ball and didn't field it cleanly. Sullivan will score easily from third. Carter will advance to second. Second error, or first error committed by the Whippets. And now Parker Thurman steps to the plate. Score is now 4-1.
With that, Pirates finally able to get on the board.
Thurman showing bunt. Here comes the first baseman. He pulls back, swings away. It's going to go up the middle and off the shortstop's glove. And they're looking at the ball. They do find it. That's going to be an error on the shortstop. Back-to-back errors by the Whippets. As he was there ready to glove that one, he just bounced off his glove. Carter has to hold up at third base. And with that, real quickly, Coach Jones wants to talk to his infield and say, hey, guys, settle down. That's back-to-back errors. You don't make those kind of mistakes.
No, he squared like he was going to bunt, pulled it back, and hit a shot right back up the middle. It's like they weren't ready for it. But, yeah, you're right, DP. You cannot make back-to-back errors like that. It loads the bases up for the Pirates.
That'll bring Dalton Solis to the plate with the bases loaded. He struck out his last at bat. And, of course, the only thing Coach Jones went out there for was to discuss things. He wasn't making any changes. He just wanted to settle his team down.
Calm them down.
And I like that as a coach. Go out there and settle them down a little bit, get them back on the right page. Now 4-1. Solis comes to the plate with bases loaded and one out. Swung on, fouled off. And it's kind of interesting watching. Looks like Threet's going to go from the windup instead of the stretch with bases loaded, which what that does is gives the runners an extra step or two on the lead. Carter, a real good base runner at third base. Let's see what Coach Barnett dials up. Now the 0-1 pitch. Up and in for a ball, 1-1 to count. Threet got the sign. Takes a glance over at third. Now goes into his windup. And the pitch. Check swing. Ball goes all the way to the backstop. Carter's going to score standing up on the wild pitch. Both the other two runners will advance. So now you've got Hutton at third, Thurman at second. Actually, they said that was a strike. I guess they said he didn't check his swing in time. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. But another run scored for the Pirates. Now the 1-2 pitch popped up foul out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 delivery. Hits him in the back. He'll take his base. And that'll load the bases once again for Paxton Bounds, the third baseman.
That hit him square in the back.
At the plate now for the Pirates, third baseman number 27, Paxton Bounds.
A big at bat here for the young third baseman. Bases loaded. Pirates trail by 2.
Fastball on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Bounds grounded out to third his first trip to the plate. Chopper to the right side. Pitcher's going to pick it up, throw to plate for 1, and that's all he'll get. There was nobody even covering first base. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Bounds. He'll get the lead runner out at the plate on the force out. And now with 2 outs, bases are still loaded, and Nick Lawrence comes to the plate.
Stepping to the plate for
Pirates still with an opportunity to get some runs across here in the bottom of the third. When you get bases loaded, you just love to see the opportunity to plate these runners. Lawrence requests timeout.
The Whippets have Ryder Davis in the bullpen warming up.
First pitch to Lawrence, misses high for a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. Good looking pitch right down the inside part of the plate, inside half. Now the 1-1 pitch. Low and in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1 to count. Parker Thurman, the base runner at third. And Parker's another one of those kind of guys that loves to try to get into a pitcher's head when he gets on the bases. And with Threet working from the windup, Parker's literally going almost halfway down the line as Threet starts his windup, seeing if he can get him to mess up, get him out of the corner of the eye. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit sharply foul down the third baseline. And that's one when you're a base runner at third base and you're about a third of the way down the line. Instead of 90 feet, you're 60 feet away. and a hitter turns and pulls one that direction. You kind of, wait a minute. Now the 2-2 pitch. Takes it low, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Runners will be going. 3-2, 2 out. Let the wheels start turning. There they go. Here's the pitch. Call, strike 3. Lawrence thought it was. And Lawrence turned and threw his helmet towards the dugout. And nothing's going to happen, I don't think, from that. You can't do that in anger. You can be ejected from the game. I
think he ejected him.
I think he might have been. We'll have to check that up when we come back. The Pirates will strand the bases loaded, but they scored 2 runs. We'll go to the 4th. Pearl trailing 4-2. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, Broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. Television and radio are still the most trusted sources for news and entertainment. And our web and social sites are among the most visited sites in our daily lives. When important moments happen, both big and small, we're the first informers to history. We are the pioneers, the innovators, the local broadcasters of radio and television, reaching more people, touching more lives.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Pearl trailing Kosciusko 4-2, and Nick Lawrence has been thrown out of the game, tossing his helmet after a called third strike. So Jeremy Johnson will come in and take over at second base for the Pirates. And that's just one of those things that it's in the rule book. It's not an option. It's not a judgment by the umpire.
It happened.
He did it, and the umpire caught it. And, he is no longer a participant in today's ball game. Jeremy Johnson, another freshman on this team, now getting some playing time. And Austin Parker will lead off the top of the fourth for the Whippets. Singled his first at bat. Takes that pitch low and in. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
The second Pirate ejected from games today.
Pitch misses up and away for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to count. And you have to see. I mean, I don't know what the rule is. I don't have the internet to really go up and look the way I'd want to. But I know they have to sit out a game, and it may be more than that. MHSA doesn't fool around with ejections, and I don't blame them. It's a sportsmanship that you have to learn in this sport. I'm one of probably the few avid baseball fans that can't stand bench-clearing brawls.
Yeah.
If a pitcher hits a batter, if the pitcher and batter want to do something about it, that's one thing. But when the both benches empty and end up with a huge brawl at home plate or in the pitcher's mound or somewhere thereabouts, I just don't think it's good for the sport.
Yeah.
I think you teach kids the wrong thing when you do that.
Right.
That's probably one of the reasons it's not just I'm not a fan, I don't like hockey.
Right.
As most people say, I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. 2-2 pitch, hit into the air. Center fielder Zach Carter drifts over towards right center and gets there and makes the catch and records the out. That'll bring Connor Hill, the shortstop, to the plate. But that's one of the reasons I just don't think that's the message you want to send to kids.
Yeah.
Is that when things don't go your way, you start slinging fists.
Right. I agree.
And I don't like it in baseball. If the pitcher and the hitter got something going on, they want to figure something out, then that's one thing. But to have these bench-clearing brawls and the kids see it, the major leagues do it.
It's they've seen it happen, And they see them throw their helmets, too. When they strike out or it doesn't work their way, they toss it to the side and keep going. I mean, Now
the 2-0 pitch. Grounded sharply down the third baseline. That's going to be a base hit down the line. Picking it up is Dalton Solis. He'll get it in. A good job to keep him to just a single on a ball that hit that close down the line. A lot of times you'll see an extra base out of it. The Solis there in a hurry, and that'll bring Wesley Dew to the plate with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Wind blowing straight in from center field right now. As the clouds begin to roll in hopefully we'll get through before we get any of the weather that they're predicting we may get this afternoon. The talk is there's going to be some storms moving in today and tonight.
That's what they say.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down, and did he get him? Umpire hadn't signaled anything yet. Umpire ain't going to signal anything. Guess he didn't get him.
Huh. It looked like the throw was there.
I was blocked a little bit from the tag by the umpire, but he never even signaled safe out anything. So I don't know whether the ball was dropped or not. I couldn't see anything. There's a line drive into right field for a base hit. Parker Thurman's going to get it up. Runner's going to round third. Here comes the throw. No relay. Sullivan cut it off and then didn't throw it. I think the cutoff was right because it's not going to bounce very far, I don't think. But he just didn't relay it to the plate, and that's going to be an RBI single. And it's now 5-2. Maybe he came up, didn't think he had a chance to get him. It was going to be close.
It was going to be a close play. I don't know why he opted not to go home.
But a perfect throw by Parker. Parker Thurman, the right fielder. That pitch misses outside for a ball to Logan Bell. 0 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to second so far in the game. Now the 1-0 pitch. Runner's going to go. Pitch is inside. It's called strike on the corner. Be another stolen base for the Whippets. Is due his 5th stolen base in 6 attempts. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off right side, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Getting a lot cloudier and a lot windier here this afternoon.
Wind's picking up.
That pitch misses for a ball 2. And another stolen base for the Whippets as they've decided they want to run on young Kenny Thomason. They're doing a good job of it right now. That pitch misses high for ball 3. Don't really see anything right on us, but it's sure coming up, blowing like it wants to have something coming on us. As now the wind has shifted, blowing, as I mentioned earlier, straight in from center field. 3-2 pitch, chopped foul down the third baseline. I don't want us to get any rain and mess this game up, but I for sure don't want any what we got Monday.
No.
When I can't get my truck to the shelter of my garage again, like I did Monday. 3-2 pitch. Grounded to the left side. Bounds picks it up. Is going to throw to first. Get the out. And keeps the runner at third base. Good job there by the infield for the Pirates.
That was some wicked weather on Monday. That was something else.
That'll bring Nick Frank to the plate. Designated hitter. So where were you?
I was at home.
You were at home.
I work from home on Monday.
Right.
And I was at home.
Of course, you didn't get any hail up in Madison, did you?
I didn't.
Now Frank singled his first at bat, takes that pitch for a strike. I was sitting at the office, which our PMN offices are there at City Hall, and I got a little weather alert email text from my phone that I get from the National Weather Service. The 0-1 pitch misses for a ball, and it talked about severe thunderstorms. I said, really? Okay, so I pulled up my radar.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my radar, and I'm seeing right in the center of this big glob of green and yellow and stuff, I'm seeing some pink and some purple, and I'm like, that's a ground ball to the right side. Jeremy Johnson scoops it, throws it to first, gets the final out. And the Pirates will keep the Whippets to only 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left. We've played 3.5. Pearl trails 5-2. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
DeSalvo's is a fun place where friends become family. DeSalvo's, delicious Italian food.
DeSalvo's Ristorante Italiano. Try DeSalvo's for dinner tonight. With portions so big, you'll be eating DeSalvo's again for lunch tomorrow. You'll never go hungry at DeSalvo's. DeSalvo's, Highway 80 East at College Crossing in Pearl. DeSalvo's Ristorante Italiano. Delicious Italian food.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. Pearl trailing 5-2 against the Whippets of Kosciusko. For the Pirates, it'll be Kenny Thomas, Dalton Sullivan, Phelan Smith, and if one of those should reach, Zach Carter, the scheduled hitters, facing Brody Threet. But anyway, we were talking about that weather we had on Monday. So, you know, I'm sitting there, I look at my radar on my computer, and I'm seeing this pink and purple stuff up in the middle of that big green blob, and I'm look over at the legend. You know, I never see that on radar.
Right, we don't see that a whole lot.
But I said, that's on the more severe stuff. I said, that could get nasty.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you know, I've got most of my stuff done. I don't really have to stay here today. I'm going to get out of here and see if I can go get in my garage with my truck.
Yeah.
And I just did make it.
Man, it was something.
Now the first pitch to Kenny Thomas. Struck out looking his first at-bat. Hits this one high in the air, right side. Right fielder drifts over a little bit towards the line, gets there, makes the catch, and records out number one. That'll bring Dalton Sullivan to the plate. Doubled his first at-bat.
My office is on Capitol Street downtown. And so Tuesday when I'm at work, you know, and I'm going in, you're seeing these cars.
Yeah.
There's no windshield.
Right.
I mean, it's just so beaten up. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, I get home and I get back on my computer at the house and I'm watching this stuff and turn on the TV. First pitch to Sullivan, misses inside for a ball. And I'm seeing some pictures of, like you said, cars with no windshields, of people holding tennis ball size hail in their hand. Yeah. And then I see pictures of Ray Rogers Stadium that Coach Perry took that it looks like it got a foot of snow on top of it from the hail covering the field. And I see the same kind of pictures from Trustmark Park. And and I'm saying, wait a minute. Ray Rogers Stadium, Trustmark Park.
You were right in the middle.
My office is halfway between those two. And then I saw some pictures from some of the people from City Hall and some of the close to City Hall in that area. And I talked to Frank Hutton and find out he's got his roof tore up at his house and windows knocked out. Dalton draws a 4-pitch walk with one out here in the bottom of the fourth, and that'll bring Phelan Smith. We're going to get a pinch hitter. It's actually Jimmy Boyd coming in to hit for himself, so we just lost the DH spot. Is now Jimmy Boyd will be hitting for himself in that 9 spot. So there's no longer a DH for the Pirates.
Well, I saw the trailer had some.
Trailer had some, but Frank's roof was damaged, some windows out. His truck looks, you know, got a lot of damage on it. Luckily, his windows cracked, but didn't just completely take it out like I've seen some.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I sure am glad I got in my garage.
Yes.
Now the 0-1 pitch. Throw over to first. I get thinking about it because I drive my truck. If you look at it, people won't realize I got 257,000 miles.
Right.
It's well taken care of.
Yes.
But it's a 2000 model.
Right.
You know, if it gets some of that major hail damage I saw on some others,
You'll
get after this
pitch.
pitch.
A new one.
Well, fouled off. That'd be the problem would be that if they totaled it, I'd get enough to buy maybe a fourth of a new truck.
Right. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
It's not like a homeowners where you get replacement costs.
Right. There's no replacement value on that.
That's right.
That's true.
And I'd had to come up with the other 3/4, and I ain't got that sitting there right now. The 0-2 pitch. Up and away for a ball. Throw down behind the runner. Just does get back in time. Jimmy Boyd. Now with a 1-2 count. Another throw over to first. Sullivan dives back in on this one. Now the 1-2 pitch. Call, strike 3. Jimmy Boyd goes down looking. That'll bring Zach Carter to the plate. It's funny, I put a post on Facebook about the fact that I got home just in time, and my insurance agent puts a comment, "You are a wise man." So I commented back to his comment, "Yeah, I was looking out for my insurance agent."
That's right. That's right.
Now Zach Carter flew out to left and reached on a fielder's choice. Sullivan dives back head of the tag. Carter scored one of the 2 runs for the Pirates here in this game, hitting .344 on the season. Now the pitch. just misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0 pitch. Sullivan with his lead. Foul back to the screen. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Two outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 5-2. Whippets leading the Pirates. Now the 1-1 pitch. Sharply hit towards the shortstop. Picks it up. Short throw to second to get the fielder's choice out, and that ends the inning. The Pirates will get no runs on no hits, no errors. 1 left. We played 4. Pearl trails 5-2. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
Pearl Stamp and Sign is now Sign Mart. Our name has changed, but not our great service. For over 20 years, we have been your #1 hometown retailer in custom stamps, signage, and marketing products. Now we are growing and want to take you with us. Whether you have an event, starting a new business, or wish to expand your existing business, Sign Mart is committed to helping you meet your design and marketing needs. Come see the friendly staff at Sign Mart on Pearson Road in Pearl and make your mark in the business world.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine-in or carry-out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
Baseball has made some defensive changes. Jimmy Boyd is going to move to shortstop. We've got a new pitcher, Hunter Allen, in the game. Alex Hutton stays in at second base. So Jeremy Johnson looks like is coming out of the game. He'll be replaced by Hunter Allen. And Hunter Allen will go to the pitcher's mound. Jimmy Boyd moves to shortstop. Alex Hutton moves to second base. So now the infield, you've got Bounds at third, Boyd at short, Hutton at second, Sullivan at first. Kenny Thomas is still behind the plate. And now Hunter Allen is on the mound. Left-handed pitcher for the Pearl Pirates.
Leading off now for the Whippets.
And Ben Hudson will lead off here in the top of the 5th. First pitch was a ball, second one strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Now the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Now the 1-2 pitch from Hunter Allen. Breaking ball, stays up, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That'll close the book on Jimmy Boyd. We'll get the line on him in just a moment. That pitch misses up for a ball. I'm going to have to do some work on my computer. I just realized it mixed up something. Ball hit softly in the left field. Diving for it is Jimmy Boyd. Can't make the play. It's going to be a single for Ben Hudson. And that'll bring to the plate Tim Wade, the right fielder.
Now batting for Kosciusko, right fielder, number 29, Tim Wade.
Shows bunt. Misses it. Actually got a piece of it, so foul tip. This time he does lay the bunt down. Good bunt. Thomas picks it up, and low throw down to first. That'll be an error on the catcher, Kenny Thomas.
A great bunt, though. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do. He killed it, you know, right at home plate.
Thomas was on it, ready to make the play, and just couldn't get the throw up a little bit to Dalton Sullivan. Third error committed by the Pirates, and runners at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the fifth. That first pitch misses high for a ball.
At the plate now for Kosciusko, number 1.
Dylan Gentry at the plate. Tries to bunt it, does so fouled on the third baseline. This one bunts down the first baseline. Sullivan's going to pick it up. The only play is back to first. Throws it back to Alex Hutton. That'll be a sacrifice bunt. That'll go 3-4 on the putout. Advances the runners to second and third. And now for the Whippets. They've got 2 runners in scoring position for Brody Threet.
At the plate now, the pitcher for Kosciusko, number 16, Brody Threet.
Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
This is our first time to see Allen on the mound. He is throwing strikes. You like to see that.
Going on the suicide squeeze, and he reaches up and lays it down. Paxton Bounds trying to come up with it in a hurry to make the play, just overran it. That's going to be a bunt single for Brody Threet.
A horrible ball to have to bunt, but he did a great job at doing his part of the squeeze. Gets it down, they score the run.
They had the suicide squeeze on, and the ball way up over his head. He just jumped up and laid it down perfectly. And Paxton Bounds knew if he was going to make a play, he was going to have to do it on the run, barehanded, and unable to come up with it cleanly. And now it's 6-2, 9th hit for the Whippets. First pitch inside corner for a called strike to Austin Parker. 1 for 2 today. Singled in the second, flew out to center in the fourth. Runner goes. They're going to throw all the way through. Runner's not going. The pitch was a ball, breaking ball that just misses. Threet will get credit. Actually, it wasn't Threet. They got a courtesy runner in for Threet. Didn't say who that was. Came in and runs at number 5.
Number 5, Kelvin Riley.
One ball, 2 strike count to Austin Parker. Swings and misses. Strike 3. Now there are 2 outs. That'll bring Connor Hill, top of the order, to the batter's box for the Whippets.
At the plate now for Kosciusko, shortstop number 2, Connor Hill.
Chopper down the right side. Second baseman Hutton picks it up. Good throw and gets the 4-3 put out, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Whippets pick up one more run. They lead 6-2 after 4.5. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
The Mississippi Braves.
Mississippi Braves 2013 baseball season is right around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office and reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. We got some changes for Kosciusko. We're going to try to figure out who went where. The pitcher, Brody Threet, being replaced.
Moving to the mound now for Kosciusko.
And we're going to try to see if we can figure out who's where. The right fielders moved to left field. Second baseman looks like has moved to right field. They got all kinds of changes. Center fielder is still number 15, Parker. I'm looking for number 16, Threet, to figure out where he went, and I don't see him. But number 30 is the new pitcher. Alex Hutton to be the new batter for the leadoff hitter for the Pirates. First pitch misses high for a ball. Ryder Davis is the new pitcher. That pitch is in for a strike. I know the left fielder is now number 29, so right fielder moved to left field. The left fielder may have come out of the game. That may have been who he came in for, was the left fielder. But I don't know where 16 went if that's the case.
He's catching.
16, I'm being told, is catching. Okay, so we'll have to sort all that out in just a second. It's 3-1 count. Missing inside, ball 4. Alex Hutton takes the walk. So did 13 come out of the game? Is that what happened, we think? 13. Somebody going to need to write all this down for me.
Thank you.
We got to get the scorebook updated. Now the first pitch to Parker Thurman's hit hard into center field, line drive. And the center fielder, good job of going over and making a catch and recording the out. And that'll bring Dalton Solis to the plate.
Now batting for the Pirates, number 22, Dalton Solis.
Now the first pitch to Solis. Misses low for a ball. Hutton down at first base. Grounded foul.
Okay. Wade is in left.
All right, hang on a second. We'll get all that. I got to put them in my computer. We can't just run them down. Now Solis with a 1-1 count. Pitch misses low. Throw down behind the runner. He gets back in. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Now we're going to get this down. All right, tell me what you got.
I've got Wade in left.
All right, main thing we got to figure out first is who the pitcher came in for. Is 14 still in the ball game?
No.
All right, so the pitcher came in the 10 spot where Overstreet was. That pitch misses low as well, ball 3. So the pitcher 30 comes in for the DH. And Threet went to catch. That's a walk, and that's going to put runners at first and second. All right, number 16, the catcher, went to second base. You said Dew went to second base?
No, Dew is still catching.
No, 16's catching. That was the pitcher 3.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see.
All right, where did Dew go? The number 13. Dew went to second base.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Bell, who was at second base, went to right field.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got it all squared away. And Solis took the walk. And that'll bring Paxton Bounds to the plate. So I'll set the whole thing for you up in just a moment. Let's get it all sorted out. Now the first pitch to Bounds, in for a call strike. All right, for defense. In the outfield, they've got from left to right, Tim Wade in left. Center fielder's Austin Parker still. Right fielder's now Logan Bell. In the infield has Gentry still at third base. Hill still at shortstop. The catcher, Wesley Dew, moved to second base. Hudson still at first base. And the pitcher, Brody Threet, moved to catch.
Right.
And Ryder Davis, the new pitcher, number 30, comes in on the mound.
That's it.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Paxton Bounds 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to third and reached on a fielder's choice. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Now with 2 outs, that'll bring the pitcher Hunter Allen to the plate. Left-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter. Allen steps into the batter's box. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners at first and second. First pitch to Hunter, misses low for a ball. First varsity at bat for Hunter Allen. Now the 1-0 pitch. Grounded down the left field line. Past the third baseman for a base hit. He's going to send the runner to the plate. Alex better hurry. Here comes the throw. Hutton's going to be out at the plate. It's going to be a base hit for Hunter Allen. And Alex Hutton's going to be thrown out at home on a perfect throw from the left fielder to the catcher. And Alex was tagged out. And that's going to end the threat and the inning for the Pirates. They'll get no runs on 1 hit. No errors, 2 men left. We've played 5. Pearl trails 6-2. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. We are the local broadcasters of radio and television.
It's easy to have concerns about your cooling and heating system in the middle of summer, especially when you live in the Deep South. My friends at Hermetic Rush Services recommend you let them take away these worries when you call Hermetic Rush Services at 601-932-7874 for all your residential and commercial cooling and heating needs. You'll feel smarter from the shoulders up and a whole lot more comfortable head to toe. Hermetic Rush Services, where Rush is our middle name. Call them today, 601-932-7874.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Pearl trailing 6-2. We got a replay of that play at the plate where Alex Hutton coming around third. Let's take a look at that.
throw was perfect. The throw came in right on the line, perfect, and got him.
And said, looked like Alex come around third, just was, I don't know whether he was surprised or whether he got stumbled up or something. It just didn't seem to me, looking up here, that he was running as hard as I've seen him run or as fast as I've seen him run. But either way, the left fielder made a perfect throw. Catcher, a good job of getting the tag as Alex tried to get to the outside, get around it. That first pitch misses inside to Wesley Dew, now the second baseman for the Whippets, facing Hunter Allen. That pitch misses inside as well. We did get our stat machine fixed and give you the final pitching line on Jimmy Boyd. He went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 3 walks, no strikeouts. He had 2 wild pitches. Threw a total of 80 pitches, 43 strikes, 37 balls. As it stands right now, Jimmy Boyd would stand to get the loss unless the Pirates are able to mount a comeback. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Now the 2-2 pitch misses outside, ball 3. 3-2 the count. Breaking ball in for a call, strike 3. Froze due on that one. Big curveball.
Great pitch there.
That'll bring Logan Bell, now the right fielder, to the plate.
At the plate now for the Whippets number 4.
On the day, he is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice, grounded to second, grounded to third. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0 pitch misses inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the 2-0 pitch, hit into the air, right field. Parker Thurman's there, makes the catch and records the out. That'll be the second out of the inning, and that'll bring Nicholas Frank to the plate, big designated hitter. Hit a single in his first at bat of the ball game. Flew out to center in the second inning, grounded to second in the 4th inning. That first pitch up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
You know, he's a pretty big size, pretty good sized dude.
6 foot 230 according to the roster. Wonder if he plays football for him too.
Well, probably so. I would guess.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, grounded back up the middle. Hutton dives for it, can't get the glove there. That's going to be a base hit for Nick Frank, his second of the ball game. And that puts a 2-out runner at first base for the Whippets. And Ben Hudson, first baseman, comes to the plate. Hudson on the day is 2 for 2 with a walk. Singled in the first and the 5th, walked in the 3rd.
Number 11,
Has scored 2 of the 6 runs for the Whippets. First pitch, swing and foul. No balls, 1 strike to count. Again, we're in the top of the 6th inning. Pearl trailing 6-2. Runner goes. Pitch was outside. Hunter Allen almost got hit in the back.
He almost did.
And, of course, Kenny Thomas did what he's supposed to do, throw it through. And the pitcher's just got to pay attention. I couldn't hear to tell whether maybe Thomas shouted as he threw it or whether he just threw it and Hunter heard the ball coming and ducked.
I don't know.
1-1 pitch, runner goes. Breaking ball, misses for a ball. Throw down to third. Got him as he's tagged out. And Frank will be caught stealing, trying to steal second to third. And that will end the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 5.5. Pearl trails 6-2. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
Mississippi Blood Services is connecting donors with the patients whose lives they've saved.
John Matthew has blue rubber blood nevus syndrome, which causes him to need blood transfusions.
Getting to be the recipient is just unexplainable. I think I made a friend for life, and John, he's a wonderful little kid.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for saving his life.
When you give, people live. Dial 888-902-5663 to save a life today.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. We're going to bottom of the 6th. Pearl trailing 6-2. For the Pirates, it'll be Kenny Thomas, followed by Dalton Sullivan, Jimmy Boyd, then top of the order, Zach Carter, if one of those should reach. Now the first pitch to Thomas, catches the outside corner for a called strike. Make sure and stay tuned post-game. We'll announce our PMN players of the game, brought to you by DeSalvo's and the Alumni House inside the Holiday Inn. That pitch fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Thanks so much for these businesses stepping up, helping us out, sponsoring our PMN players of the game. Now the 0-2 pitch, hit in the air, foul, right side, out of play. If you missed the first game this afternoon, Dalton Solis and Nick Lawrence were our Sonic and Moss Creek PMN players of the game. We'll select 2 for the end of this game. Now the 0-2 pitch, grounded to the right side, tough play, pitcher coming over to cover. He will get there. No, he can't hold on to the ball. And safe will be Kenny Thomas. Bad throw by the first, was it first baseman or second baseman picked it up?
First baseman.
So it'll be an error on the first baseman on the throw. Threw it behind that pitcher. Makes an on-target throw. He gets him. And that'll bring Dalton Sullivan to the plate. We're going to get a runner for our catcher, Kenny Thomas. And that's going to bring number 20. I don't have a 20 on my roster. Okay. I'm being told that's Todd Jenkins, who normally wears 31. So he's changed numbers on us and didn't tell me. Ground ball left side, picked up by the third baseman. He can't get it out of his glove to throw it anywhere. He was going to try to throw it to second, but he can't get it up to throw it anywhere.
It's like he couldn't get it out of the webbing of his glove there.
Trying to figure out whether we'll give him a hit or an error on that. He comes up with it clean. I think he gets an out somewhere. It's got to be an error on the third baseman. Because he was there and had the chance to make the play and just couldn't come up with it. So 4th error committed by the Whippets. Boyd swings at the first pitch. Pirates now with runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th trying to mount a rally to come back. Zach Carter in the on-deck circle. Top of the order for the Pirates. No balls, 2 strike count to Jimmy Boyd. And at this point, with Boyd at the plate, Zach Carter would represent the potential tying run. Of course, Jimmy's got to get on base for that to happen. Now the pitch, Chopper to the right side. First baseman's going to be a tough play. Boyd heading down the line, and they said he got him. Throw back behind the runner over at third, but a good play that time. They're able to get Jimmy just barely on the 3-1 putout. Both runners will advance. And now that brings Zach Carter to the plate with runners at second and third and one out.
I think Jimmy thought it was a tie that he should have been given as the runner there at first base.
It was close play, bang, bang play, but now Zach Carter, first pitch, call strike on the outside part of the plate. Zach on the day is 0 for 3. Flew out to left his first at bat, and then has reached on a fielder's choice both in the third and the fourth innings. Scored in the third inning. Takes that pitch for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes to count. High ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Zach Carter. Foul tip. Catcher just can't hold on to it. Count remains 1-2. Pirates trying to get back in the game, trailing by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Have only been able to scrap out 4 hits, but the Whippets have helped out with 4 errors, 2 in this inning. Call strike 3. Zach looks at 3 pitches going by him, and that puts 2 outs now for Alex Hutton. Alex on the day is 0 for 2, grounded out to third and reached on an error. He's also walked in the ball game. And now Alex represents the last chance here in the 6th that the Pirates are going to draw a little bit closer before we go to the 7th. Hit in the air, right side. Second baseman moving over, calling everybody off, says, I got it, and indeed does, and makes the catch to record the out. No runs on no hits, 2 errors, 2 men left. We've played 6. Pirates trail 6-2. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
It was once called East Jackson, but the city of Pearl's been coming into its own ever since then. The folks at the Pearl Chamber of Commerce are proud of their city and want to give you just a few facts to consider. For instance, its commitment to excellence in education with Pearl's public schools and the Rankin branch of Hines Community College. It's a community whose people are grounded in faith and family. Consider Pearl's political contributions. Ray Rogers and Dean Kirby in the state legislature, and U.S. Congressman Greg Harper's district headquarters in his hometown of Pearl. It's become a handsome east entrance to the metro area on I-20 with shopping places like Bass Pro and the new Sam's Club, and Trustmark Park, home of the Mississippi Braves. The State Fire Academy is in Pearl, and so is the state headquarters of MEMA and other government agencies. The newly elected slate of city officials is excited about Pearl and making it an even better place. It's come a long way from being just a quaint little neighborhood east of Jackson. The city of Pearl, a city creating its own future.
Hometown Spotlight is sponsored by the Pearl Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. We've got another change out here for the Pirates. We'll try to figure everything out and see who went where. We do have a new pitcher, we know that. We'll try to get the rest of it for you as we go. It's Hayden Moore on the mound. And we'll try to figure out who else went where. I see Dalton Sullivan still at first. Paxton Bounds still at third. Looks like the rest of the infield is intact. Still got Kenny Thomas behind the plate. If the outfield is the same, and I believe it is.
It is.
So what happens is a straight change in is Hayden Moore comes in for Hunter Allen as the new pitcher. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Jimmy Boyd in the dirt, but a good scoop down there at first base by Dalton Sullivan. Makes the catch and records the out. Dalton Sullivan saved Jimmy Boyd that time because just a low throw, but good job by the first baseman.
Good scoop.
That'll bring Tim Wade to the plate. Call strike. Good looking pitch by Hayden Moore. Hayden Moore, another freshman on this Pearl Pirate team, getting to see some action here in the varsity. Again, make sure and stay tuned post game. We'll announce our PMN players of the game, brought to you by DeSalvo's Ristorante Italiano and Holiday Inn, Alumni House inside the Holiday Inn. Swing and a miss, strike two. Now the 0-2 pitch just misses outside for a ball. They're going to ask for an appeal down to the first base umpire. Says yes, he did. So strikeout. Said the bat crossed the plane of the plate, which is all you got to do. Don't have to break your wrist was the old thing we say. I didn't break my wrist.
I didn't break my wrist. But
you
now
could not break your wrist and hit a single into left field.
That's true.
Just spinning around. Dylan Gentry now to plate with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Call strike on the outside part of the plate. Now the 0-1 pitch. Misses up a little bit for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Again, our next broadcast Tuesday night from Brookhaven. The Pirates will take on the Panthers. We go back into region play. Then the Panthers come to Pirate Park Thursday night. 1-1 pitch. He hits him. On base with a hit by pitch. And, you know, that's one thing that the Pirates have struggled with today.
They really
that's the first hit batter this ball game. Of course, we talked about it in the previous game today. We had a bunch of hit batters.
We have like 9.
Six.
Okay. So that's the 7th.
Felt
of the
like
day.
9.
Felt like 9. Yeah, I thought everybody got hit, but
Brody Threet, now the catcher, steps into the batter's box. Started the game as the pitcher. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. We'll give you the final pitching line on him, but had a good outing. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. Walked 1, struck out 4. So pretty good job by Brody Threet on the game. Now the 1-0 pitch. Call strike, runners going, throw down, got him. Good job that time by Kenny Thomas throwing out Gentry, trying to steal. And that will end the threat here in the top of the 7th. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Pearl trailing by 4. Back in a moment on the Pirate Media Network.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine in or carry out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
The Mississippi Braves.
Mississippi Braves 2013 baseball season is right around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office and reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. We've got a good-looking replay, I think, of throwing a guy out trying to steal.
Pitch was in there, but he did a great job at just coming up, throwing, and just had him beat by several steps. A good job there by Thomas throwing him out at second base.
He actually double clutched before he threw it.
Yeah.
And still was able to get him, so good job with that. Now we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. With Pearl, got to have 4 runs to extend the game. And we're getting a few raindrops on our window here, which I will say this. If we get much raindrops, that's going to limit our post-game show.
Yes, it is.
Parker Thurman will step in. He'll be followed by Dalton Solis, Paxton Bounds, and if one of those should reach Hayden Moore, the pitcher would be the scheduled hitter. That hit his helmet. Parker, he doesn't trot. He runs down to first base. That's, I guess, way to use your head.
I guess so.
His daddy's going to be,
Yep.
I think his daddy ain't worried. He said he's hard enough headed. That ain't going to hurt him at all. Dalton Solis now steps in, left fielder. Struck out in the first inning, was hit by a pitch in the third, walked in the fifth. Now the first pitch. And I think it hit his sleeve on the way by. He's pointing, take your base. I thought it might have caught that sleeve of that left arm as it went by him. So back-to-back hit by pitch, and the Pirates get the first two runners on base here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And that brings Paxton Bounds to the plate.
We'll take base runners any way we can get them.
You got to get to that guy on deck.
That's right.
Just to tie the game, and that's Hayden Moore. They're showing bunt. Everybody's charging. He pulls back. It's going to go past him all the way to the backstop, and that's going to put runners at second and third. And I think he fooled everybody. I don't think he ever had an intention to bunt. As I looked up, he pulls back the last. Actually, did that hit him too? And that one hit him as well. And so he will be on his base after being hit by the pitch as well. Nope, wait a minute. Now they're saying maybe not. The home plate umpire is still pointing towards first base. I was surprised when it said it hit him. He was squared to bunt, but he pulled back. I don't think he ever had an intention to bunt the ball.
I don't either.
Because the first baseman was playing all the way back at the grass. He comes charging hard. He pulls back, takes the pitch well inside. It'll be a wild pitch. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch. Now you don't need to bunt. You got runners at second and third with nobody out. Takes that pitch high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Paxton Bounds. Hayden Moore in the on-deck circle. Pirates trying to mount a comeback. That pitch misses up and in, ball 3.
If I'm taking all the way right here, 3-0 count.
Now the 3-0 pitch. Then for a call strike.
A situation like that, I think you make him throw you a strike.
Fists that one over to the first base dugout and out of play. Count goes full for Paxton Bounds. Now Davis's pitch. Actually, that's not Davis on the mound. They changed pitchers on me too, and I missed that. Strike 3 gets him swinging. That is number 9, Ryan Rigby, now the new pitcher. I missed the pitching change. That'll bring Hayden Moore, the pitcher, to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Call strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Hayden Moore. Now the 0-2 delivery. Foul down the first baseline. Chopper at the plate is going to stay fouled. Hayden was still running down the first till the coach told him, hey, well, stop and go back. That ball was fouled. Like the effort by these guys, though.
They're excited to be here and have the opportunity.
No balls, 2 strikes to Hayden Moore. Runners at second and third. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Grounder, chopper. First, a pitcher does a great job of leaping to get it. Comes down, throws it wide into the fence. 1 run's going to score, and everybody else is going to hold up. That's going to be an error on the pitcher. He did a good job of going up and getting it coming down, but he had plenty of time to make the throw and just threw it over the head into the fence. Parker Thurman's going to score. Dalton Solis will stop at third. And Hayden Moore is at first base, and the Pirates are still alive. Kenny Thomas comes to the plate. It's now 6-3. Runners at first and third with 1 out. Now the first pitch in for a strike to Kenny Thomas. Kenny 0 for 3 today. Struck out, flew out to right, reached on an error. Well hit into right center field, over the head of the second baseman for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold up Hayden Moore, which is a wise move at this situation. A single by Kenny Thomas, and the Pirates are still alive. Hayden Moore, good job of base running to get to third. He could read it right in front of him, tell it was going to be over the head of the second baseman into right center field. And now it's 6-4, tying runs at third. Dalton Sullivan represents the potential winning run. We're going to get a runner at first base for the catcher, Thomas. And it's once again going to be Todd Jenkins.
For the Pirates, it puts runners at the corners with only 1 out.
Dalton Sullivan swings and misses. Runner's going to go. They're going to throw through. He's safe. Todd Jenkins will get the stolen base. Sullivan doubled back in the 3rd inning. Reached on an error in the 6th. He did walk in the 4th innings. 1 for 2 on the day. Now the 0-1 pitch. Chopper fouled on the 3rd baseline. Now the 0-2 pitch. Misses high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. One-two pitch to Sullivan. Call strike 3. Takes that one looking. And that'll bring Jimmy Boyd to the plate. Last chance for the Pirates. Runners at second and third with 2 outs now. Tying run at second base. Now the first pitch to Jimmy. Fouled off right side, out of play.
Jimmy just wanted to put something in play here, get a base hit, keep this inning alive.
No balls, 1 strike to count. They got 1-3 as the count on the scoreboard. They'll have to fix that. I don't think the count's 1 and 3. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Whippet's 1 pitch away. Pirates trying to tie it up. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be your ball game. The Whippets will win by a score of 6-4. The winning pitcher will be the starting pitcher, Brody Threet. The loss will go to Jimmy Boyd, who started the game for the Pirates. There will be a save in the game. It'll go to Ryan Rigby. Came into the game and got the save. And our time of the game, 1 hour, 55 minutes. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show. We're going to do it from the booth. With the rain starting to come in, we'll have an abbreviated post-game show from the booth here on the Pirate Media Network. Back in a moment here on the Pirate Media Network for Pearl Pirate Baseball.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. Television and radio are still the most trusted sources for news and entertainment. And our web and social sites are among the most visited sites in our daily lives. When important moments happen, both big and small, we're the first informers to history. We are the pioneers, the innovators, the local broadcasters of radio and television, reaching more people, touching more lives.
Serving Mississippi since 1967, Mississippi Bonding Company is prepared to help in your time of need. Our agents are the quickest, most efficient, and most educated bail bonds agents in the area. We use state-of-the-art computer equipment and services to process all applications, credit cards, and deliver the necessary documents to get your friends and family released as quickly as possible. All jails, all courts, statewide and nationwide service, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In trouble? Call Mississippi Bonding Company right now and let our professional agents help.
Harvey's Fish Hut is located on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road in Pearl, Mississippi. Harvey's prides itself on having the best fried catfish in the metro area, as well as tasty pan trout. Harvey's Fish Hut only serves quality Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Dine in or carry out, Harvey's Fish Hut is always served hot and fresh, open Monday through Saturday for both lunch and dinner. So stop by and see Willie Harvey at Harvey's Fish Hut on the corner of Airport Road and Old Whitfield Road, or call to place your order at 601-939-6262. 601-939-6262.
Pearl Stamp and Sign is now Sign Mart. Our name has changed, but not our great service. For over 20 years, we have been your #1 hometown retailer in custom stamps, signage, and marketing products. Now we are growing and want to take you with us. Whether you have an event, starting a new business, or wish to expand your existing business, Sign Mart is committed to helping you meet your design and marketing needs. Come see the friendly staff at Sign Mart on Pearson Road in Pearl and make your mark in the business world.
The Mississippi Braves.
Mississippi Braves 2013 baseball season is right around the corner. Don't miss all the excitement and action when the regular season begins on Thursday, April 4th. There's still some great seat locations for season tickets for all 70 home games or other ticket packages. Call the Trustmark Park box office at 888-BRAVES-4 or stop by the ballpark box office and reserve your season tickets, ticket packages, or individual game tickets right away. Opening night, April 4th, sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard.
Making every game fun. DeSalvo's is a fun place where friends become family. DeSalvo's, delicious Italian food.
DeSalvo's Ristorante Italiano. Try DeSalvo's for dinner tonight. With portions so big, you'll be eating DeSalvo's again for lunch tomorrow. You'll never go hungry at DeSalvo's. DeSalvo's, Highway 80 East at College Crossing in Pearl. DeSalvo's Ristorante Italiano. Delicious Italian food.
Welcome back to Pearl Pirate Baseball here on the Pirate Media Network. We're final here at the Pirate Park. The Pirates fall to the Whippets by a score of 6-4 for Kosciusko. 6 runs on 10 hits and 5 errors. The Pearl Pirates 4 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors. Kosciusko left 7 runners on base. Pearl left 11 runners on base. Kosciusko was 5 for 14 with runners in scoring position. The Pirates were 3 for 16. Our PMN players of the game brought to you today in this game by DeSalvo's Ristorante Italiano and the Alumni House inside the Holiday Inn. Our offensive player of the game will go to Parker Thurman. And our defensive player of the game will go to Hunter Allen. Because of the rains coming in, we elected not to go down to the field, do our normal post-game interviews on the field. Justin, you want to do us a quick wrap-up of the stats, and then we'll talk about this and get out of here.
Yeah, let's looking at the stats today. As you mentioned, DP, 6-4 your final score. Whippets over the Pirates. Looking at some stats for Pearl, Alex Hutton had an RBI tonight, as did Moore and Thomas. Thomas 1 for 4, Allen 1 for 4, Thurman 1 for 3, Smith 1 for 1, his only plate appearance, and Sullivan 1 for 3 as well. Pitching lines for the Pirates. As we said, Jimmy Boyd started his ERA of 4.34. He gets the loss. He went 4 innings, gave up 5 runs. All 5 of them were earned on 7 hits. He walked 2. Moore came in, pitched an inning in relief there at the end. He didn't hit anybody, didn't walk anybody. Good performance for him. Allen came in there in the middle. He went 2 innings, gave up 1 run. It was earned, gave up 3 hits today in his outing, struck out 2. So all in all for the Pirates, a good day. For the Whippets, looking at their offensive stats, Hill was 2 for 3. He also scored a run. Dew was 2 for 4. He also scored a run. Frank 2 for 4. He scored a run. Hudson 2 for 3. He scored 2 runs today. And Parker 1 for 3. He also scored a run. Their pitching stats: Threet started. He gets the win. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 runs. 1 of those was earned on 3 hits. He struck out 4. Davis came on in relief, went 2 innings. They were scoreless. And Rigsby there at the end came in for one inning, gave up 2 runs. Both of those runs were earned on 1 hit. He struck out 3 in his outing today. But a win for the Whippets, loss for the Pirates. Pirates lose 2 games today, DP. But they came back, they came out. We saw some positive things, especially from some of these young guys. I think it gives them something to build on going forward this season.
I think you're right. That's one of the things that obviously you don't like to see 2 losses in an afternoon. You'd like to see 2 wins. But through 6 innings against Ridgeland in the first game today, we saw a fantastic outing and a great job, great work by the Pirates. And then, unfortunately, with Kosciusko, we make some mistakes in the top of the first, give up 3 runs to begin the ball game. And then you're battling from behind the whole thing. They battled back and got a chance with a tying run on second base there in the bottom of the 7th inning. Just couldn't get him across. I saw some positive things today, though, when you look at this Pearl Pirates, especially defensively. Offensively, as I suspected, we got work to do.
Mm-hmm.
You got a bunch of freshmen and sophomores playing now that fully expected to play JV ball this year and get a chance to start next year. Right. But now they're having to be thrown into the frying pan, so to speak, early on, and they're going to have to grow up in a hurry. We saw some of that take place today, but it's going to be a process now as we go forward for these young kids to be able to figure out what's going on. I think defensively, I feel real good about where we are. Offensively, we got to get some guys swinging the bats.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we saw some really good pitching today, both in Game 1 and here in Game 2. These guys, as you mentioned, they've got to start swinging the bats. They can't just sit there and take it all the time. You got to at least go up there and swing away. That's something that will get better as they progress and as they see more pitching this season.
Oh, I definitely think it's going to get better. We've got no place to go but up with this. And the one thing about it, and it's something that when unfortunate things happen, there's nothing you can do about those. There's no reason going back and looking back, and we're not going to do that. But what you're going to look at with this now, though, is while this year may or may not, we still can say, I mean, we got Brookhaven coming up next week. That's going to be the telltale test of what this Pearl Pirate team is going to be able to do when it comes to region play. We've got 2 games we have to make up against Macomb. We still got, and then we've got another one against Macomb, another against Brookhaven, and another against Wingfield coming. Region play is what counts. But bottom line, whatever it does with that, what you're looking at right now is you're looking at some guys that are going to get some play-in time that's going to really hopefully be able to make something happen for the future. That right. When you look at these freshmen and sophomores that are playing a lot now, 2 years from now when they're juniors and seniors, they will be a leg up on everybody else because they've seen a lot more playing time than most other teams will have seen as young players.
That's exactly right. They've seen live varsity action, and as you said, you know, we don't know how this season may or may not turn out, but it definitely helps this program, boost this program going forward as these guys get older, they get a little more experience, and they get better at their craft. That's something that will continue to improve as we progress over the course of the next few seasons.
Obviously, today with the rain coming in, we abbreviated our post-game show, And so we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up and get out of here this afternoon. But we thank you for joining us. Again, the first game today, the Pirates lose to the Titans of Ridgeland High School by a score of 4-3. They lose this game by a score of 6-4. We thank all of our sponsors for making these games possible. Mississippi Bonding, Harvey's Fish Hut, Sign Mart, Hermetic Rush Services, City of Pearl, Sonic Drive-In, Alumni House, Moss Creek Fish House, the Mississippi Braves, and DeSalvo's Restaurante Italiano. Thanks to Frank Hutton, our executive producer, Roy Harper, our director producer, Michael Brewer is our associate producer, our camera operators today. We had Perry Lowry, Carol Davis, I think Jerry Williams also on the camera some today as well. Yana Bloom was back at the studio. Did not find out who for sure was. I know John Adamas was here. I don't know who the other one was in the trailer. Alan Dilly also in there today. Thanks so much for helping out. That's part of the digital media class, obviously, here at Pearl High School. Thanks to Justin Bennett, my color commentator. I always like having him here working these games with me. This broadcast of Pearl Pirate High School Athletics is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast downloads or copying of any type without the express written permission of the Pirate Media Network is strictly prohibited. Thanks again and congratulations to our PMN players of the game today. Dalton Solis and Nick Lawrence in Game 1. Parker Thurman and Hunter Allen in Game 2. Our next broadcast Tuesday night from Brookhaven when the Pirates will take on the Panthers in region play. We look forward to seeing you then here on the Pirate Media Network. Until then, I'm DP saying good afternoon, everybody.